You can wish for it or you can work for it.
You gotta work for greatness. If you ain't working, you should be working.
Happy Friday, y'all. I'm typing in today's topic. You can wish for it or you can work for it.
You gotta work for greatness. If you ain't working, you should be working.
You can wish for it or you can work for it.
You gotta work for greatness. If you ain't working, you should be working.
All right. Getting this thing started. Happy Friday, y'all. TGIF. Invite a friend. Share this broadcast. Or you can work for it.
You gotta work for greatness.
If you ain't working, you should be working. All right. TGIF. Happy Friday. And welcome to this week's free workshop. I am Koereyelle. If you all are not familiar with me yet, hopefully by the end of today's workshop, you will be. I am super excited to be collaborating with Business Rules for Women this year to be doing some free workshops with you all. So I'm new, right? This is only my second time here with you all. So introduce yourself. Let me know who you are, where you are tuning in from. I am broadcasting live from the ATL, where I live here in Atlanta, even though I am from the Windy City of Chicago. So if I got any Chi-Town peeps in the building, if I have any ATL peeps in the building, hello. Super excited to be here. And I always like to start, of course, by introducing myself so that we can get familiar with one another. I think it's so important for you all to know who you are hearing from so that you know whether or not this information is relevant and why you should even be listening, right? So I am Koereyelle. My name is much easier to say than it looks. It looks much more intimidating than it actually is. But I am an author. I've written 2 books. I am a serial entrepreneur. I've started way more businesses than I care to mention. I am a monetization mentor. I really, truly believe that part of my purpose is to help other women discover their purpose and not just discover it, but actually get paid from it. And so I do that with a lot of my time. And then I'm an educator. My professional background, both of my college degrees are actually in education. And so I really, truly have a passion and a heart for education. I believe that in order to live a life that we love, we have to become lifelong learners. We absolutely have to understand that we are our own best investment and our biggest asset. And so we absolutely have to be willing to educate ourselves in order to continue to grow, continue to evolve, continue to get a little bit closer to our goals. And so I know that you all understand that because you're here. You would not be sitting here with me on a Friday afternoon investing in yourself if you didn't understand the importance of investing in yourself, right? Of becoming investors and creating an investor's mindset. So those are a little bit of things about me. Aside from being a former educator, any educators out there, you all know that educators are overworked and underpaid. So I have been able to transition from that $32,000 salary, $32,000 teaching salary. I've been able to turn that into a 6-figure brand doing the things that I love. And so now that I'm on this side, now that I'm on the other side of entrepreneurship, I really like to preach entrepreneurship. I like to really help other women discover their gifts, their talents, and their purpose and figure out how they can monetize it, how they can actually turn their purpose into a real paycheck. So if you are interested in turning your purpose into a paycheck, send me some money bags, send me some dollar signs. Like if you are all about making the coins and getting paid what you are worth, which hopefully you are, I'm excited to have you here because that's what we're going to talk about today. Today is all about making money moves. Our topic is how to monetize your message, no matter what your message is. Whether you are all about education and empowerment like me, whether your message is fashion focused or finance focused or fitness focused, whatever your platform, whatever your message, this conversation today, this workshop is meant to help you figure out how to monetize it. Because it's cool to discover your purpose, right? It feels really good to discover your purpose. But if you are not getting paid from it, it ain't gonna feel that good, right? Because good feelings do not pay bills. And so today is all about how to monetize your message. So some of the ways that I've been able to monetize my message, of course, I have physical products, and I have some that I brought to show y'all. We're gonna have a little show and tell today. I have some physical products, right? My message is really clear. I believe that you are entitled to live a life that you love. I don't believe that we were born to be slaves. I don't believe that we were born to work these 9-to-5s until the day that we die. And so because I believe that we got to get our lives together in order to get to what we want, this is how I monetize that message, with a book. And not just one book, but a workbook, right? And so because I am an educator at heart, I created the workbook, which is like, the textbook, which has all the lessons. But then I took it a step further and I created the workbook that has the questions to go along with the textbook. So this is just one way, one stream of income, one way that I've been able to monetize your message. So whether or not your message is beauty related or business related or baby related, whatever your message is, this workshop today is going to give you some real tips and tricks and tools that you can take away and actually monetize whatever it is that your message is. All right? I just got off the phone with one of my very good friends who has a $1 million business. She's a self-made millionaire, right? And she is in the finance industry. Now, her business was already banging. Her business was already moving. She was already making $1 million. Before 2017, she was bringing in $1 million annually. In 2017, she introduced 2 new products. She introduced a guide and she introduced a planner. And in 2017 alone, in 12 months, 1 year, she was able to make 6 figures, over $100,000 off of products alone. Now, she already had $1 million business. She already was making $1 million off of her services. But by adding 2 products, she was able to increase her income another $100,000. And so I have to start by just mentioning products, because a lot of people think, how can you make 6 figures off a $20 book? My book costs $20. But if you are business minded, you can turn a $20 book into a 6-figure business. Okay? So don't think that just because you don't have a $100 product or a $1,000 product, you can't make any real money, because you absolutely can. And so today we're going to talk about 3 steps: identifying, investing, and then increasing. 3 steps for you to really make money moves. 3 ways for you to really monetize, really monetize your message. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best to answer questions here while I am talking, but I get distracted easily. So if I glance and I catch it, then I will definitely answer your question. But if not, you can save them for the end, and I will definitely answer as many as I can with the time that we have. So yesterday is all about money, making shmoney moves, right? But before we go into the 3 steps to make those money moves, we got to take a step backwards. Because one thing that I hear so many people doing, one thing that I see so many people doing, is trying to profit off of somebody else's purpose. Did y'all catch that? Trying to profit off of someone else's purpose. And you might make a little bit of money, but you're not going to be able to sustain success if you are going after what somebody else has. If you are going after creating a product or building a business based on what somebody else is doing, then you're always going to be playing catch up. You're always going to be in imitation mode. You're never going to be in creation mode unless you spend time discovering your purpose. So first thing first, I want to start off by saying that your purpose is what pays you. Your purpose is what pays you. You got to learn how to go with the God idea. You got to learn how to get quiet, how to tune in to your own gut instinct, right? You got to learn how to discover your own purpose and then get paid from that. So all of these tips that I'm about to give you, all of this wisdom that I'm about to give you, all of these major keys that I'm about to give you, they're not going to make sense. They're not going to work for you unless you spend time discovering your purpose, unless you really, really get clear and get real about what it is that you were meant to do. God will only bless you in your lane. Did you catch that? God will only bless you in your lane. And if you don't believe in God, then whoever it is that you believe is blessing you will only bless you when you're operating in your purpose. And so as long as you are chasing after the Instagram idea instead of the God idea, you're going to be chasing. You're always going to be chasing. You're always going to be spinning in circles. You're always going to feel like you're taking a step and then you're taking 2 steps backwards because you're not tapped in to your own purpose. So that's number 1. Rule number 1, your purpose is what will pay you. And as long as you are chasing behind everybody else's check, you're not going to get ahead. You're not going to be able to sustain your success. So that's rule number 1. You first have to understand that your purpose is what's going to pay you. All right, now let's get into, and y'all know I got my notes. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. But rule number 1, we're going through 3 steps, right? 3 ways for you to monetize your message by by identifying, by investing, and then by increasing. So let's start with the identifying, because before you can start making money, you got to get clear. And so the first thing that you have to do is you have to identify your impact. Identify your impact. What is it that you were born to do? What is it that you were meant to do? What message is it that you were meant to share, right? Who are you here for? Who are you here to serve? If you don't start by really, really getting clear on your calling, then you're going to have a really hard time cashing in. You're going to have a really hard time collecting those coins if you don't get clear on your calling. When I first started the Single Wives Club, y'all, I can't lie. I got to keep it real. When I first started the Single Wives Club, I knew what my mission was. I knew what my purpose was, but I didn't know who my ideal client was. I didn't know who I was really here to serve. And so I was going out spending money trying to serve everybody. I was spending money trying to market my products and my services and my events to everybody. And I spent a lot of money. I wasted a lot of money because I was trying to go after everybody instead of really getting clear on who my ideal client was, right? And so until you get clear, until you take a step back and think about who it is that you are actually here to serve, then you're going to waste a lot of time and you're going to waste a lot of money going after everybody, right? And so you got to get clear. Some of us are hustling backwards. Some of us are putting the cart before the horse, right? We are trying to build these Instagram pages. We want to get 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 followers. We going out and we're creating products, but we don't even know who our audience is. We don't even know who we are targeting. We don't know anything about the market, and yet we already got a product on our website. Hustling backwards. You're never going to get ahead if you're hustling backwards, right? And so number 1, you got to get clear on your ideal customer. Who is she? Who is she? Where is she? What does she want? What does she value? And this is what is even more important. This is a major key right here. Write this down. Because a lot of times we think about our ideal client and we think about who she is and what she wants, but we don't ask ourselves, what is she willing to pay for? What is she willing to pay for? Because she might want a Mercedes, but she ain't got no Mercedes money. She might want a 6-figure business, but she's not at the place in her life yet where she can afford 6-figure business coaching. Or she might not understand the benefit or the value in this 6-figure business coaching because she's not there yet. So you don't just have to be able to identify who she is and what she wants, but take it a step further and figure out what is she willing to pay for and how much is she willing to pay. Because if you are trying to, sell this $1,000 course to somebody who has a $100 work ethic, then that's not your target client. That might be what she needs, but that might not be what she values. That might not be what she's willing to pay for. So instead of just identifying who your target client is, take it a step further and figure out what she's willing to pay for, how much she's willing to pay. I'm actually getting ready to release a new course, right? Now, I have an idea of what my clients want. I have an idea of what I think my audience wants. But before I put all of this time, before I put all of this energy into creating this new course, guess what I'm going to do? Guess what I'm going to do, y'all? I'm going to take it back to the basics. I'm going to poll my people. I'm going to poll my people and I'm going to ask them. And I've actually already started doing this. I've sent this out to my mentees. I've posted this in my private Facebook group. And it's one question. Which of these topics do you think would be most beneficial for you and your business? Do you want to learn about Shopify? Do you want to learn about product creation? Or do you want to learn about building a digital brand? Because I'm about to write a course on one of these topics, and I want to make sure that I'm going to release something that you all are actually interested in. And so before you go out there spending money to create these products, before you go out there building these beautiful websites and creating all of this content, figure out what your people want. Figure out what your people are willing to pay for and figure out how much they're willing to pay. Because you don't want to waste your time hustling backwards trying to create something that your audience doesn't want. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to start doubting yourself. You're going to start doubting your skills and your gifts and your talents when really you just didn't do your homework. You're hustling backwards. So number one, you got to figure out who is your ideal client. What is it that she wants? Where can you find her? Right? The more you know about your client, the better and the more strategic you can be with your marketing. You can literally identify that one person and figure out how to market to that one person. So you gotta identify your clients and you gotta validate your product. You gotta know whether or not your people want this product, or else you're gonna be wasting your time and your money. Everything is not for everybody. Write that down. Everything is not for everyone. Okay, and so everything that you have, even though you think that your products are great, and I'm sure that they are, it's not for everybody. And until you figure out exactly who it's for, you're going to waste a lot of time and waste a lot of money trying to go after everything. Okay? So number one, you have to identify exactly who your ideal client is and identify your impact. One thing that is really a really great way to identify your impact, and one thing that is going to be really, really great for you and your business, create a mission statement. Create a personal mission statement. Before you create any merchandise, you need to know your mission. You need to know your purpose. You need to know exactly what it is that you are trying to do. What is your goal here? Right? What is it that you believe in? What is it that you are trying to introduce to the world? Okay, so identify your impact, know your mission, know your motive, know your motivation, know who you are here to serve, and then identify your ideal client. This way you can save some time and you can save some money. Again, everything is not for everybody. You got to know that, okay? So first step in monetizing your message is identifying those things. Identifying your motive and your mission and your impact and your ideal client. That's number one. Second thing you got to do is invest. You have to invest. One thing that you have to invest in is yourself. We talked about this last week. You are always going to be your biggest asset and your best investment. You have to have an investor's mindset. Now, there are a ton of books. I actually have a book list inside of Work 101. Let me see if I can find. Y'all, I flipped right to it. I promise I didn't do that on purpose. Some books that will absolutely change your life. And I want to share a couple with you. Write these down. If you have not read these yet, you definitely need to pick them up. If you have some life-changing books, share them in the comments. This is a community. Y'all can be learning from each other, okay? So one book that will change your life, Think and Grow Rich. That is literally like the entrepreneur's Bible. Think and Grow Rich will change your life. It is a game changer. It is a life changer. Rich Dad, Poor Dad will change your life. The 4 Agreements will change your life. The Traveler's Gift is one of my ultimate favorites. And if you are having a hard time discovering your purpose, if you're having a hard time identifying your impact and what it is that you are here to do, this book is one of my absolute favorites. It's called Instinct by T.D. Jakes. And it's really, really helpful in identifying your impact, in identifying exactly who it is that you are here to serve. So one to check out, write this down, put it on your list. Instinct by TD Jakes will absolutely help you to identify your impact. So invest. You have to be willing to invest in yourself. You have to be willing to spend time on your personal and professional development, right? So as an influencer, as an educator, as a coach, no matter what your message is, the more you learn, guess what? The more you can charge. Did y'all catch that? The more you learn, the more you can charge. So the more classes I take, the more webinars I watch, the more intellectual conversations I have with my mentor, with millionaires, with these people who are in the place in their life where I'm trying to get to, the more time I spend in these intellect building activities, the more value I'm adding to myself and the more money I can actually charge, because now I know more. So the more you invest in yourself, the more you can charge. And one way that I love investing in myself is reading, right? But if you don't love reading, you can listen to audiobooks. I'm actually about to turn this little baby into an audiobook, which goes back to monetizing your message, because this is one stream of income. Writing a book is one stream of income, one way that I can monetize my message. But guess what? A second stream of income is the workbook. A third stream of income is the notebook that goes with it. A fourth stream of income is the event that I host every year, Work, Pray, Slay. A fifth stream of income is this audiobook that I'm about to do. You can literally create 7, 10, 20 streams of income off of one message, if you are creative enough. And at the end of this workshop, I'm going to share just some simple money-making ideas, simple streams that you can add to your business right now that you're probably just not thinking about. Okay, so step 1 was identify. You have to identify your impact, who it is that you are here to serve, right? You got to identify your ideal client, who she is, what she wants, what she values, where she's shopping, what she's willing to spend money on, how much money she's willing to spend. And then number 2, you got to invest. You have to invest in yourself. The more you know, the more you can charge, right? Today we are talking about how to monetize your message. And if you're going to monetize your message, you have to make sure you're always investing in your message, right? By becoming a lifelong learner. So invest in your intellect. You want to invest in your tribe, right? And so I believe in the give, get strategy. Give, get. You got to give something and then give something else before you get something. So if you are on my email list, you know I'm always sending out emails, like every day. I'm emailing y'all all the time. I'm always trying to stay on your mind, right? I'm always trying to be all up and through your inbox because it's part of my marketing strategy. But I'm not always trying to sell you something. I sent out an email yesterday where I was just sharing. I was sharing about my year in 2017. I was talking about how I've had to purge some people, how my relationships have changed, how I've been able to, really, really grow my business because of these new relationships that I have. I sent out this email that was not selling anything. It was simply adding value. And so in order to monetize your message, you're going to have to invest in your tribe. You're going to have to make sure you are always adding value to your people. You got to make sure that you are adding value, that you're teaching, that you're educating, that you are inspiring before you start asking people for money. Okay? Before you start trying to sell something, you got to make sure you are giving away good enough content. So some of you all are wondering why, people are following you, but they're not buying from you. Or why people are reading your emails, but they're not clicking and going to your website, right? And sometimes it's because you are not giving enough. Sometimes the relationship is not reciprocal. I have some people whose email list I'm on, and sometimes they're just, every day they're sending me an email, buy my book, I'm coming to your city, come to my event, I got this new product, go to my website. Right? And so they are literally sending out these sales emails every single day. They don't ever send me any information. They don't ever send me anything inspiring. They don't ever send me anything that makes me feel good. They don't ever send me anything of value All they're doing is trying to take. How likely do you think it is that I'm going to buy from them? Probably not. And not only am I probably not going to buy from them, I'm probably going to end up getting annoyed. I'm going to end up getting frustrated, and I'm going to end up unsubscribing from their email list. All right. So you have to make sure that you are giving, then giving some more before you expect to get something. So always make sure you're adding value. People buy from other people who they know, who they like, and who they trust. If they don't like you, know you, or trust you, they're not going to spend money with you. And so if you are not making money in your business, if you are not making consistent money in your business, then you need to go back to the drawing board and find out whether or not you are getting people to like you, to know you, or to trust you. Are you adding any value before you try to get something from people? So go back to your marketing strategy. Yes, you might be using email marketing, but how are you using that strategy? Are you always only sending salesy emails? Buy this, buy that, come to this event, do this for me. What are you doing for them? Make sure you are giving before you try to get. Okay? So some of the things that I like to send out, you can write these down as ideas, some free things that you can send out that are still very, very valuable that your tribe will absolutely benefit from. You can send out audio lessons because everybody doesn't like to read. So I have a podcast, right? Instead of just posting my podcast on iTunes, I send out some of the lessons. I share some of the lessons from my podcast, and then I send out the audio link. So you can read about it or you can go listen. And this week I actually started doing video podcasts. So I got something for everybody, right? If you don't want to read about it, you can listen. If you don't want to listen, you can watch. So I have something that meets everyone's needs. So you got to make sure you are diversifying the way you're getting your content out too. You can't just blog. Sometimes you got to do a video blog. Sometimes you got to share an audio lesson. So I send out audios. I send out videos. I send out guides. I send out ebooks. I send out blogs. And of course, I always engage my audience through emails. So you got to figure out what works for you and what your audience actually benefits from. Right? Because everybody's audience isn't the same. My audience loves my emails. Somebody else's audience might not want to read emails, right? Some people build their audiences off of live broadcasts like this, whereas some people are shy. They don't want to get on and do live broadcasts. So you have to figure out what works for you, and then you can build your audience. You can build your audience around that. Right? The people who are interested in how you are sharing your information will be attracted to you. Everybody isn't going to be interested in my personality. I'm kind of in your face. I curse a little bit. Okay? Everybody don't want to hear me cursing. But that's how I'm able to monetize my message. So it goes back to figuring out what works for you. It goes back to figuring out your purpose and how you can use your purpose to build your platform. My platform is not going to work for everybody, but hopefully you can take away what does work and add it to your brand and add it to your message so you can monetize that. Okay? And then you want to make sure you are investing in the right tools. So you got to invest in your intellect, you got to invest in your tribe, and you have to invest in the right tools. Some of my favorite tools as far as building your website, y'all are going to hate me, but I personally hate Wix. Beauty Flicks. You have asked the same question a million times. Hold on a second. You got to ask me specifically though. What resources? Because you keep saying, how do you connect with resources? I don't know what that means. And I've seen that like 10 times. So ask me specifically. Ask me what specific resource you're looking for and maybe I can help you. So in terms of having the right tools, you got to invest in the right tools. The free versions of everything are not going to work, y'all. And if you are trying to build a business that actually makes money, you're going to have to spend some money on these tools, okay? So if you are using a free Wix website, step your game up. Step your game up in 2018, boo, okay? I happen to love WordPress. My blog is on WordPress. I love Entra pages. If you're looking at just building a one page, like a landing page or a sales page, Entra pages is really, really good. It's affordable. And then for shopping carts, I love Shopify. I love Shopify. I actually teach a Shopify webinar, and I do a Shopify training where I help you figure out how to earn your first $1,000 in 30 days using Shopify. I love Shopify. And Shopify is not paying me to teach this class. I teach it because I love it, and it works. Shopify works. I've literally used Big Cartel. I've used GoDaddy has a shopping cart. I've used them all. But Shopify is the bomb.com if you want to monetize your business online. MailChimp and ConvertKit are really great tools for email marketing. Sideline is an app that I love to use. It actually adds a business line directly to your mobile phone, so you don't have to get a new phone. You don't have to get a new phone number. You can literally use your same mobile device and have a second number. So that's called Sideline. And then Teachable. Teachable is another one of my favorite tools. It's actually what I use for my mentoring group. So my mentoring group, all of the resources that we have, all of the lessons that I teach, I actually use Shopify to house all of that good stuff. So WordPress, Entrepages, Shopify, MailChimp, ConvertKit, Sideline, and Teachable are some of my favorite resources. But you are absolutely going to have to invest in the right tools if you're going to be able to monetize your business. Okay, because just selling a t-shirt, if you're selling it on the wrong platform, you're not really going to be able to make all of the money that you can if you're selling it on the right platform. And if your website is like janky, then it don't matter how bomb your products are. If I come to your website and it looks like you don't care about it or like you didn't invest in it, I'm probably not going to be willing to invest in your business. Okay, so if you want people to invest in your business, you have to be willing to invest in your business. So that's step 2. Today we are talking about how to monetize your message. Step 1 is identifying. Step 2 is investing. Step 3 is increase, right? First you identify, then you invest, and then you increase. So increase awareness. One of my favorite ways to increase awareness, to build awareness for my business is collaborations, partnerships. What I'm doing right now with Business Rules for Women is a collaboration, right? And so I am able to leverage the Business Rules for Women network. I'm here in front of all of you new people who may not have ever seen me or listened to me, or known about me or my business or my products or my books without Business Rules for Women. But this is a partnership. So in order to increase awareness about me and my products and my services and my brand, this is a partnership to do that. And Business Rules for Women gets to leverage my network. Because what did I do before I went live? I went on my page and I told people, hey, come catch me on Business Rules for Women. So now my followers are coming over here. And now, we get to share. And so partnerships are a really great way to increase awareness. I do a lot of social media campaigns where I partner with other influencers and we basically leverage one another's network. So if I partner with 10 influencers, right? Let's just do some quick math. If I partner with 10 influencers and each of those influencers have 10,000 followers, how many people have I just exposed my business to? If I partner with 10 people and each of them have 10,000 followers, how many people do I have access to now? 100,000. 10 times 10,000, right? 100,000 people. I now have access to 100,000 people off of one campaign, off of one contest, or one giveaway, or one 5-day challenge, or one holiday posting contest. One challenge, one campaign can give you access to hundreds of thousands of people just by partnerships, just by collaborating, right? And so partnerships are a really great way to build your influence. Strategic partnerships, though, that's the key. They got to be strategic, because you cannot partner with people who are not aligned with your purpose. You cannot partner with people who, do not have the audience that's going to be interested in what you are selling. Because yes, I want to partner with, Beyonce, but if Beyonce's people are not interested in Work 101, it's not going to be a worthwhile partnership. Right? And so I got to partner with people who are aligned with my purpose. So that's the key. It's making sure that you partner with people who are actually aligned with the things that you are trying to do, who are actually aligned with your goals. Okay? You can also do free offers. Free offers are a really great way to build your list and increase your awareness. Okay? So you can do free ebooks. Digital products are really, really great free offers. So free ebooks, free guides based on your industry, free video courses, free downloads are really, really great ways to build your list and build your following. Okay, you can do paid promo where you pay a page like Business Rules for Women, for example. You pay for promo. So you can pay Business Rules for Women to promote your products. There are tons, hundreds of thousands of pages right here on Instagram or on Facebook that you can pay to promote your products or your services. But again, it has to be strategic. You don't want to go pay a beauty page to promote your credit business, right? That doesn't make sense. Okay? You don't want to pay a hair weave company to promote your natural hair care products. That doesn't make sense. So it has to make sense. In order for it to be beneficial, it has to make sense. Otherwise, you're just going to waste money, right? You're just going to waste money paying somebody that doesn't really align. Okay? And then another great thing to do that you probably don't want to hear, but it actually works. Offer your services for free. Did you hear that? Offer your services for free. I know you don't want to hear that, but guess what? A lot of the people who you follow who are like moving and shaking and making millies, they started out giving shit away. Like, you cannot be afraid of free. Sometimes you just got to get your foot in the door. Sometimes you just got to get your feet wet, right? You just got to get in however you can get in there. And so sometimes you got to be willing to work for free. Sometimes you got to be willing to give away some stuff in order to get something. So if you know that you have a relationship with somebody who has 50,000 followers, right? Your homegirl has 50,000 followers, okay? She doesn't have a website though. Now you know that if she had a website, she could be making money. And you make websites. Now you don't make websites for free, but you make websites. You might want to holler at your homegirl and say, hey girl, I got a business proposition. You could be making X amount of dollars if you had a banging website, right? Now, I am your girl. I'm your plug. And not only am I your plug, but I'm willing to make your website for free. All you got to do is text 10 of your friends and let them know that I made your website for free. Post a picture of the finished product on your website and tag me. That's all you got to do. So in exchange for this free work, you promote me to your followers, and now that one free gig can literally turn into thousands of dollars, because no, she didn't pay, but she might get you 10 paid gigs. So that one free project could turn into 10 paid projects. Okay, you got to have a hustler's mindset. Hustlers understand that sometimes it takes something for free. It takes some free work in order to get that paid work. Okay, so you can't be afraid of free. You have to use these strategic ways to increase your followers. So you can increase your awareness through partnerships, through social media campaigns. You can work with influencers. You might pay somebody to wear your t-shirt and post it, or send, somebody a free t-shirt to post it. Okay, you might do paid promo or offer pro bono services. Those are some great ways to increase your awareness. Another thing that you want to increase is your connections. There is so much power in your people. I can't say that enough. Like, I cannot stress enough how powerful your network is. Y'all, 95%, maybe like 98%, a big percent of all of the features I've had. So I love talking about how I've been on NBC and Black Enterprise and Huffington Post and Source Magazine and Essence Magazine and Jet Magazine. I love saying that, right? I love being able to brag. I do. I can't lie. But guess what? All of those opportunities came through someone else. All of those opportunities came through a person who thought about me, who connected me with somebody, who opened up a door, who created an opportunity. All of those opportunities came from a person. They didn't come from luck. They didn't come from me sending an email and pitching myself and sending out a press release. They came from somebody who is in position to say, hey, I got a homegirl who would be great for that. Or, hey, let me introduce you to Koereyelle. She's really, really good with this. Or, hey, I got somebody who's doing something really, really amazing. You need to know about her. Right? And so you got to increase your connections. You got to make sure you are connecting with the right people. Okay? And so you can increase your connections by getting social, right? Actually being social on social media. Believe it or not, most people check their DMs. I have slid in a few DMs and created amazing partnerships, created some friendships, made some money, right? Off of a DM, one direct message. Okay? So don't be afraid to get social on social media. But the thing is, in creating these connections and creating these partnerships, number one, you got to be authentic. Okay? Because people can read through the bullshit. I promise you they can. I get DMs and emails and messages all day about people who are like, hey girl, let's work together. Let's collaborate. I got this going on. But I can see through the BS. And so if you are not being genuine, if you are not being authentic, people are going to know. They're going to be able to smell it on you. Okay. So you got to be authentic and you got to bring something to the table. Right. So I'm not sliding in these DMs like, hey, what can you do for me? I'm sliding in these DMs like, yo, this is what we can do together. Okay, this is what I'm bringing to the table. This is what I see you working with. Let's do this thing together. Okay, so in order to monetize your message, you have to increase your connections. You have to invest in your people. You have to grow your network. You got to get off of social media sometimes, go out into the real world and meet some real people. Okay, so you got to network. And then you got to increase your income. That's what y'all been waiting for. I know. So now I want to give you some actual things that you can do to add streams of income to your business. Okay. No matter what industry you are in, whether you are a fitness guru, a life coach, a makeup artist, okay, a trainer, whatever it is that you are working on or working in, whatever industry, these are some things that you can do right now to add value, to bring in money, to increase your income, to monetize your message. So one thing, obviously, is services. Okay. Now, services, you can typically sell your services, sell yourself for a higher dollar amount than maybe a product. But this is my problem with services. Y'all just can't pay me enough. And I don't mean y'all in particular, not you in particular, but the way that I see my life in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 2 years, the way I see my life is not me getting paid for my time. Okay, I'm not trying to build a business that requires me to be in front of my computer. I'm trying to build a business that allows me to be on the beach. I'm trying to build a business that allows me to sit up somewhere with my man and my babies that I don't yet have yet. I'm just speaking that into existence. But I'm building a business that's going to allow me to be free. And so I don't want a service-based business that's going to require me to be on the phone coaching y'all, that's going to require me to be on my computer sending y'all a million emails. I'm creating a freedom-based business, okay? And so, right, the way my life is set up, the way my vision board is looking, I'm not trying to have a service-based business. And so services are cool, but products are where it's at, because there aren't enough hours in a day for you to make that amount of money. Okay. If you want to have a 6-figure month and you are your business, you are your service, do you know how many phone calls that would be? You know how many sessions that would be? Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. My goal is not to help you build a business that you're going to want to walk away from. My goal is to help you build a business that you love. Build a business that is easy and effortless, right? My goal is massive, passive wealth. Keyword there is passive. I ain't trying to be working hard. I ain't trying to be slaving away for my money, okay? So passive streams of income. Back to show and tell. Where's my little... This was one of my very first streams of income for the Single Wives Club. Can you see it? It's a t-shirt, right? This is one way I was able to monetize my message. Now, when I started the Single Wives Club, nobody knew what a single wife was because I made it up, right? I made it up. Great. Awesome. Except that now I got to explain to everybody what a single wife is because nobody gets it. It's confusing. It's, it doesn't make sense. It's like a double negative or whatever. And so I created this t-shirt that literally defines what a single wife is. And so not only did I use this t-shirt to build brand awareness, but I used it to monetize my message. So now I had this shirt that I could wear. And when people stopped me and said, what is that? What does that say? I could explain it to them. I could tell them about my business. I could send them to my website and I could sell them a shirt. So not only can I build awareness, but I can build up my bank account too. Okay, so you can monetize your message through merchandise, through creating products that complement your brand. Okay, so again, my brand is all about empowerment. My brand is all about productivity. My brand is all about creating multiple streams of income. My brand is all about empowerment and education. And so I created products that complement my message. These are low-cost products, right? Low-cost products. I got a couple more. This is my newest. This cute little desk calendar. It's fly, right? So all my teachers out there, I used to be a second and third grade teacher, and I had one of these every single year, and it kept me together. It kept my life together. And so I thought, teachers aren't the only ones who need to keep their life together, right? I'm always preaching productivity. I'm always telling y'all to get your lives together. So why not create products that help you get your life together? I got another one. Make money and get shit done. I'm all about making money and getting shit done. So creating products that complement your brand. That's the best way to monetize your message. Okay? And now, yes, I love products. I can't lie. I love products because guess what? I did the work for this book in 2014. Okay? I did the work for this book in 2014, but guess what? It's 2018 and I'm still making money off of it. It's 2018 and people are still booking me to come speak at their events off of work that I did years ago. Okay, so that's why I personally love products. But guess what I love even more than products? Digital products. Because digital products allow you to do the work one time, but you don't have to ship nothing. You ain't gotta go to the post office. You don't have to answer these emails when people ask you where is their stuff, what is my tracking number, okay? And so digital products are products that people can literally go to your website, click download, grab, and go. And the money's in your bank account. And so now you can get paid off of work that you do one time over and over and over again, okay? And so in this course that I'm gonna tell y'all about in just a minute, my Shopify course and training, it's not just a webinar, but it's actually a training where I share my screen. I show you my dashboard. I show you my shop and how you can literally build your shop step by step. But in this class, I literally teach you how to sell physical products, how to sell digital products, and how to sell drop shipped products. And so drop shipped products are products that you can make money off of on your website that you never have to see. So over the summer, I was selling swimsuits, right? Because part of my brand is travel. I know y'all are like, well, how do swimsuits go with your message. But part of my brand is actually traveling. I believe, in traveling. I love to travel. And so I actually have an event that I host every year called Busy at the Beach, where I take women from all around the country to one of my favorite beaches, and we talk business, we have a good time, we work hard, and we play hard. Okay, so I was selling swimsuits over the summer. I probably made a little more than $5,000 off of these swimsuits. And I never stocked a swimsuit. I never saw a swimsuit. I didn't have swimsuits on shelves in my garage, right? I was able to drop ship swimsuits, sell these swimsuits, make money right away off of something that I never had to see. And so in this Shopify training, I literally tell you exactly how to start drop shipping. So you can literally start making money today. You don't have to go out there and write a book. You don't have to go out and create a product. You don't even have to create an ebook. You can literally make money off of products that are already out there that you don't have to see, you don't have to stock, you don't have to ship. So drop shipping is another really great way to monetize your message, okay? Another way to monetize your message, if you are a blogger, you can do content upgrades. So one of my girls, Rachel Hills, follow her on here. Her Instagram is Rachel Travels. She has a blog called racheltravels.com, okay? And on this blog, you can read all about her experiences. You can read all about, the countries that she's visited. But if you want to learn more about the countries that she's visited, or if you want to download a guide, on how you can make the most of your visit in these countries, then she has what is called a content upgrade. And there's literally a little button that you can click that says learn more about Cuba or learn more about Spain. And you click that button and it takes you to a download, and it's literally a guide about Cuba or a guide about Spain. And it might be $5, $10, $15, but that's one way that she's able to monetize her blog. Okay? If you have a blog and you start doing product reviews, people will pay you, right? Now, I won't pay you because I get people to review my blog for free, but people who need product reviews to sell their products will send you copies of their books. They will send you money just to read their books and tell people about it, just to read their books and review it and post about it on your website. So there are literally 1,000,001 ways that you can monetize your message. 1,000,001 ways that you can add some coins to your bank account, okay? You can also create guides based on your books. You can add another stream of income. If you already have a book, right? You already wrote a book. You can write a workbook. You can pull some questions out of this book and put it in a workbook. Then you can sell people a notebook so that as they are reading your book, they can write down their ideas. They can write down their notes. Okay? So y'all, I'm telling you, you don't have a money problem, you have a creativity problem. All it takes is a little creativity, right? Jay-Z said it's 1,000,000 ways to get it. Choose one. All you got to do is choose one or 10, right? Entrepreneurship may not be for everyone, but I believe multiple streams of income is. And so hopefully this workshop has helped you figure out or, get your creative juices flowing to figure out how you can increase your income, how you can monetize your message, okay? Now, before I get out of here, because my time is almost up, but I told y'all I had some good stuff for you at the end, if you stayed till the end. So, the first thing that I have that I want to tell y'all about is my 2018 Take Action Toolkit. Okay, so what I did is I basically combined all of my favorite resources. So there's a workaholic crash course. There's my webinar on social media. There's a weekly content planner, my webinar on building a personal brand, how to create your dream team, how to monetize your blog. There's a branding, marketing, and sales webinar, an email marketing webinar, 30 days of social media post ideas, social media 101. There's a get to work guide, 25 ways to build your business fast. I put all of this stuff, 18 resources inside this Take Action Toolkit. Okay, so there's a link in the Business Rules for Women bio for this Take Action Toolkit. You can grab that. It's on sale for the low. So 18 resources all bundled up and packaged up nicely for you to build and monetize your business. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing that I want to tell y'all about is my Shopify training. Okay, so again, this is not just a webinar. I want to make that clear. This is not just a webinar. You're not just going to be watching me run my mouth. This is literally a training where I take you through my Shopify, okay? I share my screen. I take you through my Shopify, from how to set up your shop, to what apps you need to add to your shop to actually make money, to my favorite apps. I teach you how to actually set up your shop so that it will make sales. Because some of y'all got shops, but y'all ain't making no sales, okay? So that info is also in the Business Rules for Women link as well. If you're watching this on Facebook, I'll make sure that I put those links here in the comments so y'all can access those. So again, those are my goodies for this week. I hope you have enjoyed this workshop on how to monetize your message. Before you go though, make sure you follow me at Koereyelle, Koereyelle. You can go back to the Business Rules for Women page. There's a post with my picture there, so you can click follow. I just released a brand new podcast episode. I have a podcast called Confessions of a Workaholic. Episode 37 came out this week, and I'm super excited about it. So go check out the podcast, confessionspodcast.com. Make sure you follow me. Don't just be stalking. Don't just be watching. Make sure you follow me so that we can stay connected here on Instagram. My website, of course, is Koereyelle.com. Let me see if I had any questions before I get out of here. I don't see any. But my DMs are available, y'all. So if you need me, slide into my DMs. My email address is actually in my bio. Okay, so you can slide in my bio and email me. It's simple. It's hi, H-I, at Koereyelle.com. Hi at Koereyelle.com. Cost for 18 resources. You know what? I find that when people ask me how much stuff costs, they're not willing to invest in it. Because if you were really willing to invest in it, you could just go click the link and see for yourself. So go check it out. It doesn't cost much, but go click the link. It'll take you 2 seconds. All right. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's how to monetize your message. I will be back next Friday, same time, same place, 1 p.m. So let me get us out of here with my theme music. Y'all know how I do. Here's another way to monetize your message. T-shirts, one of my favorite ways.
You can wish for it or you can work for it.
You gotta work for greatness. If you ain't working,
You should be working.